Cool. Awesome. Guys, welcome to our second meetup for this quarter. We tend to play around in these meetups, a bit of fun. But please remember that it is super sort of all casual. You know, this is your space, this is your meetup. So we do encourage you guys to chat, talk, scream, shout, saying anything that you want. It's all cool. Okay. So my name's Nick. I'm your community sort of person for tonight. Because we have Dan who will be guiding us through tonight, and then of course we got Aretha who's keeping us in a line, and then we got Tumiro will be helping us out tonight in the rooms. He's a great community member who just stepped in at the very last minute, so we really appreciate that. So thank you very much for that. Dan will walk us through everything, so you mustn't feel wild about this. It is about 90 minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be worth it. I promise you, you're going to walk away with something really cool at the end. Yeah, anything else? Did I miss anything? Guys, happy with the agenda? Anything you guys want to add? Yeah, Dan's looking very cool. Awesome. Cool. Dan,
mostly
you want to walk? Dan, you want to walk us through what people can expect for
tonight?
Cool. Well, let me just stop my screen share.
Get my screen share there. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So tonight is about building something cool together and learning some new thing. So the one request I have before we start is please choose a Zoom filter to express your mood. I see that some of you have already started. If you don't know how to do it, there's a little button next to the stop video button, and pops up a thing. You say choose video filter. There's hundreds to choose from there. So yeah, cool. So most of the session today is playing with Power Automate, but before we actually get to that, I'm going to tell you two things. The one is just about the tool itself, and the other is about what your mission tonight is. So low-code platforms are making it super easy for basically everyone in the world to work with APIs. You've probably seen a few of these. There are hundreds more, but some of the popular ones, If This Then That, Google Cloud, Zapier, Power Platform. So today we're going to get a deep dive into how Power Platform works. So Power Automate is one of the tools inside Power Platform. There's also Power BI, Power Apps, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages. And what's really cool is just with the Power Platform sort of ecosystem, you can basically build like workflows and databases and automations and apps from scratch without knowing how to code, which is something that's like pretty new in the tech industry. And I think most of us here that code haven't really had exposure to how these tools actually work. So we're hoping to give you a bit of a feel for what it's like to use these tools. So yeah, Power Automate connects to hundreds of other services. It's super easy to get started. And the cool thing is, like I said, there's like hundreds of other low-code platforms. What you learn today is like very transferable. So you're basically just learning how to use low-code platforms in general. A lot of the concepts will translate. So how do low-code platforms actually let you talk to APIs? So let's say you've got an Investec API and a Slack API and a Google API. The way that these platforms actually expose those APIs to you is with a thing called connectors. So a connector is just a super simple way to talk to outside APIs. And if you wonder what a connector actually is, it's actually just a Swagger file. I imported my Postman like API definition into Power Automate, and it let me build a custom connector for Investec, which is what you guys are going to play with today. So it's very, very easy to turn an API that you've built or that you like into a connector that's like super pretty and easy to use. As you can see on the right here, expose a whole bunch of API actions inside one of these platforms. The only other concept that matters for tonight is flows. So you have all these connectors. You want to talk to APIs. So what do you do with that? you build a flow, and a flow is a way to step through different actions and talk to different connectors to achieve a certain goal. So tonight we're going to be building a couple of instant and a couple of automatic cloud flows.
Cool.
You can find the investor connector inside the custom tab, because this is just inside our play space at the moment. But there are hundreds that you can check out if you just go to the all tab. See what you like. Feel free to play with some of those as well. Cool. So that's the intro to Power Automate. Any questions or thoughts so far?
Good.
Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about your mission tonight. So your mission is to build the card spend alert system in Power Automate. This is sort of a game. You'll see what that means just now. There are 2 quests that you're going to have to complete. If you do complete those quests, there's another project, but also if you just want to mess around with the connectors and do stuff, there is the quest, but you can create your own side quests as well. So sort of a choose your own adventure experience tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to have breakout rooms. Think of it like a mob session. So somebody's going to drive. So pick a driver in your group. They'll be actually signing into Power Automate. We'll give you credentials, and everyone just sort of chats and problem solves together with the driver. You can switch drivers if you want. You can also just use the Zoom remote control functionality. It works pretty well if you want to jump into someone else's computer. Each of you is going to have a coach. So as Nick introduced us, it's me, Jamiro, Nick, and Aretha. There'll be someone in your group there. They're there to support you. Not there to teach you anything or give you answers, just there to help you along and give you some moral support. They also have, importantly, SnapScan on their phones. So we're going to be playing a lot with card triggers that happen when you swipe your card. So if you want to spend money, your coach is just going to donate money on SnapScan whenever you ask. There are hundreds of charities that you can donate to. There is a list in the doc you're going to get. So just pick whichever charity you like and we'll send them R1 each time. Probably end up spending 20 or 30 Rand per. There's no budget here already. So just pick whoever you like. Cool. So there is a coder doc that's going to be coming into your chats as soon as you do breakout room. That's got the whole experience. Everything's explained in there. Just poke around. There's also Power Automate credentials in there for the driver. There's one thing I want to explain, which is a little bit confusing. So just want to clarify so that you understand. So there's going to be, I think, 4 different rooms here. We've each got our own card, but all of these cards are on the same account. So if you set up a flow that is triggered by someone spending money on their card, whenever you swipe your card, you're going to trigger everyone's flow, basically. So just bear that in mind. It's not like your flows aren't tied to your card. There are ways to make your flow be tied to your card. I'll leave that up to you to figure out. There are condition steps that you can add. But yeah, might be a bit of chaos in the beginning. Just a bit of a primer on what makes a great mindset for learning. So we think that the best way to learn is to actually build stuff. No one likes reading docs. People just, no one likes reading docs in general. I hate them personally. I find that actually making something tangible and sort of going through trial and error is the best way to learn new things. So it's really good to struggle. We're not here to just get things right and know what the answers are instantly. We're here to have hard fun and break things and experiment. And everyone's learning together. It's your coaches as well. So yeah, please do share your screens, speak up, problem solve together. And yeah, let's have fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Aretha,
Cool.
Are we ready for the breakout rooms? Do you think?
Ready for the breakout rooms.
Awesome. Guys,
So guys, sorry, can I just check, Dan? I mean, I think you did allude to it, but are you okay if we go a bit rogue and use Power Automate to do something different to the quests that you put forward?
Of course, like
Yeah.
you're
Because
welcome.
because where I'm coming from, like this for me would be a super good time to like the main use case that I want to implement against programmable banking. I mean, I've just signed on recently, is I want to retrieve my ESCOM bill that I receive every month from, let's say, Gmail, parse it using Azure Forms Recognizer, check it against my energy management system to check that the amount is correct. And if the amount's correct, then make a payment on Investec, right? So I've been threatening to get going on this and I haven't. And this would be a great opportunity to kind of get started on that using Power Automate.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome
Would that be okay?
Of course, yeah. So we've got quests for the groups, but if you can convince your group to do that, you're welcome to. And also, if you want to do something on your own, that's also cool. Do you have an account? Because we can set you up with a separate account if your team doesn't want to do that too.
I do actually have an account, so that's fine. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So just yeah, share your screen, show everyone what you're up to as you go.
Cool.
Cool. Sounds like fun.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Ready.
Are you all getting? Yeah, okay.
I go to room 4.
You go to room 4?
Yeah.
Russell? Okay, yeah, I'll go to room 3, you go to room 4.
Cameron stays, yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey guys, Quentin.
Hey,
Tulani.
Nick.
Hey guys. I'm going to drop the link to your coder now. Just give me into the chat, yeah. Okay, let me know if you've got it.
Right, I see it.
So before we kind of jump into everything, because I know Russell, but I'm not Tulani, Quentin. Guys, do you want to just say how's it and just let us know what was the last thing that you played with or you played around with, and if there was anything interesting that you kind of liked. Do you like AI? Do you like crypto? Do you like coding robots?
Sure. So I'm Quentin, part of the. So I'm working on the spreadsheet banking. I'm part of the spreadsheet banking team. So I recently joined the team and I've been working on that. And I actually had a few workshops with Dan on this Power Automate stuff, and it's been pretty cool. So far, we built some cool GPT-3 story, like auto completion stuff. That was pretty cool. And he posted a message to Slack. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So it's like my first experience with like this Power Automate stuff and building flows. And it's been pretty fun so far.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Tulani?
Last time I was in the group, I think it was July, but I lost my laptop. It was a struggle getting a better laptop.
Yes.
Yeah. But last week I managed to get a laptop. Also got an invite from Nick. Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Last time I played with some cool tech. It was IDEO, whereby we were watering some plant using IoT.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Russell?
How's it, guys? My name is Russell Knight. I've been with Programmable Banking for about a year now, and I am very keen in the zone of spreadsheets. So I developed a bot using the original API, as well as for transfers, etc. So I do VBA coding, which is sort of a almost dead language, but yeah, that's what I enjoy doing.
Oh, nice.
That's fun.
But also, did you do that Forex, did you do that Forex stuff on the spreadsheet banking
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Forex, and
I think
then I
saw
also,
that.
yeah, I also did one recently we uh, where we looked at shares and valuation of investments, you know, like a share portfolio and whatnot that could also possibly be incorporated into the spreadsheet banking.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Cool. So who would like to be the driver for this? So nominate a driver. Russell, Quentin, Tulani, you guys want to?
If either of the other guys want to be, they're welcome to. But if no one wants to be, then I will.
Then Russell, you're the driver.
Okay.
So if you guys have the link and you guys have taken a look at it, Quentin should be a bit familiar with this first sort of challenge. It's the Slack alert one.
Okay.
But the guys can play around with it. So if you're looking at the map, you can look at the quest, you can look at the whole inventory for that first sort of quest, and then see how you can go from there. So it's similar to that whole ideation session that we had in what was it, April? Yeah, sort of fun and games there.
All right. Cool.
Nick, is the idea that we log in just with
Yeah.
just start free, or
Yes. So
if we've got an account, use that.
to start off with, if you look in your whole inventory, you'll see login details for your Power Automate credentials.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So only one person can log in. So if Russell, if you're the driver, then you can log in and you can share your screen if you want.
Okay. All
With
right.
the guys, and then you can work it through.
I see that. Thank you. Okay, so what I'll do is I better share my screen then. Okay, so these are login details over here.
Mm. So we be posting all the sort of Slack or messages. If you look in the quest, you'll see that there's a
Yeah.
into the Slack group. So if you guys, Tulani, Quentin, guys, if you want to join that Slack or channel, you can, and you'll be able to see all the published stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so our first one is to create an instant cloud flow. Have you guys managed to join that Slack channel?
Yeah, I've joined.
Okay.
On this side.
Okay, so we want to create an instant cloud flow, the manual trigger that sends a Slack message to low code finance playground.
Right.
Okay. So we're obviously going to create a new flow. And let's take a look here, search for Slack. Notify Slack channel with a new response. Um,
Are you looking for the Slack
Yeah.
connector?
yeah, it's not coming. I haven't seen. Oh, there it is there. So we just want to do a manual message from what I gather.
Yeah, manual trigger. I think you have to build the whole flow.
An instant
Okay.
cloud flow. So,
Okay.
Oh,
instant
yes.
cloud flow, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. We're going to manually trigger. Okay.
Ah, here you go.
Does it need to join the channel first? What was the manual trigger that sends a Slack
Send
message
to low
to?
code finance.
Yeah. So do we need to join it first, or will we just be able to post a message? Should we see? Oh, there
Yeah,
we
I
go.
think you can try the
Yes.
posting message.
We need to sign into it. Okay, next, so it wants us to sign into Slack. Who do we sign in as? Is that under our inventory somewhere?
No, it's under your own one. If you want.
Oh, do we just do it with our own sign in?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, why is this into your workspaces Slack URL?
Okay.
Let me just check what mine is.
I think it's
It's
offers in
community.slack.
Offers in
community.slack.com.
community. Okay, here we go. So channel name is this low code finance playground. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's not finding it.
The channel
Oh,
name.
sorry, say again.
We can manually enter the channel name instead if it's not appearing on from that list. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to manually enter it and it wouldn't accept it, and it's not listed.
That's weird.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh.
Maybe you might have to do a join channel before.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back. Okay. Let me just copy this. Sorry, there's something going on in the background on my computer.
Paste.
What's that?
I'm saying I did paste the name of the channel on our chat.
Ah,
How about do you click enter custom value? Custom, does custom there?
Sure. Let's put something else up here.
oh, did you accept that?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure what we have done now. When we clicked on that custom, did something odd.
Slack, did you join the channel, Russell?
Yeah, I joined the channel myself, so I am in there.
And
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
happens when
definitely.
you press enter and you have full the full name there and you press enter.
So I don't think it was to have the hashtag. When I push enter, no, it clears it.
They use custom value. So copy it in. Maybe.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, in that case, can we remove that first? Join a public channel, and we still need it there.
I'm not sure. Should we just shall we try it
Yeah,
and see
just
what
test it
happens?
out. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to test it now, where do we go?
I think on the bottom, the top right, there was a test thing there.
Okay, sorry, I went out of it. It's just,
I think you just run it on from the top there, next to edit,
Okay.
save as.
yeah.
And continue. And nice, awesome.
Okay, but I didn't see
Yeah, I
a
didn't see it
message
come through.
come up, so something went wrong there. Options, let's edit. Oh, yeah, it says failed. Something failed. Flow run failed, even though it said done run successfully. Oh, it wasn't able to join the channel.
Yeah, I think there was a hashtag there for.
Channel not found. Take the hashtag out.
I think you have to go back to the flow page and edit it.
Okay.
Is the edit there at the top right?
Channel not
Yeah.
found. Okay. Can we run it from here? Or
Yeah,
do
I
we
think you
have
can
to
test it on the top right. The last
Oh,
icon
there.
should
There we go.
test,
There we
yeah.
go. Okay. So the flow ran, but still got a problem. Still couldn't join.
Trying to find still.
You need to join.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's remove this.
I think you can go to edit on the top right.
Thanks. I haven't worked with Power Automate before. It's just
Hey,
Here we go.
very nice. Good job, guys.
so the
Nice.
learnings over there are the hashtag, which is part of the problem, and
Mm.
was also the fact that we thought we had to join first, and we just basically couldn't find the channel name in the drop-down list. Okay. All right. So next. No, we didn't read that instruction carefully. Change your Slack action to give it something fun and unique. bot has a boring name. Change your Slack action to give it something fun and unique. Okay, so this was a post message, so perhaps
Yeah, I think that post message has advanced options where you can like change the name
okay,
and all that.
all right. Okay, let's go back and let's take a look.
I
Settings.
just-
think we saw that setting somewhere earlier. There was something that popped up about a bot.
Yeah.
Details.
So it's right where you put the message, but there's like an show advanced options drop down there. There we go.
Okay, I see it. Okay. Anything else somebody wants to put in here specifically?
Wasn't there on emojis?
Okay, put an emoji in.
Yeah.
Okay, choose an
Don't throw
emoji.
in a random emoji.
Yeah, that chili one you
Somebody-
already selected.
Okay, chili it is. 2 chilies. Shall we see what it does quick?
All right.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. That's interesting. It put the one chili underneath the other. So,
Yeah.
okay, it's, yeah. Okay, there's a learning there. All right. Done that. Okay, so we want to send card spend alerts. So set up an automated flow that uses investor card spend as the trigger and posts to low code finance playground whenever you spend money.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to save this. And then we're going to create a new flow. Triggered by a designated event. So it's an automated cloud flow.
Yeah. Automated cloud flow using inverted card spend is the trigger.
Okay. We don't need to put the team 4. So it's just spend. What was investor cards? Use an
Card
automated
spend.
as the trigger. Search for selected trigger. Okay, it's not finding matches over there. So are we in the right place with automated cloud flow? Just going to go out here and just make sure. So scheduled, desktop flow, process advisor, evaluate and optimize your existing. Just going to do a search here for Investec. No, not seeing it.
Check the inventory. Nope, nothing there.
Okay.
Says check template.
Oh yeah, the pro tips.
When you're building an automated cloud flow, yeah, we're not reading the full question yet each time.
Just jumping
Not
ahead
all
like technical
triggers.
devs.
Yeah. Okay, when choosing an automated cloud flow, not all triggers show up in the first menu. So just click skip and then choose the full list. Okay, that's interesting. So that is a learning that. This is quite well set up, Nick, I must say.
Thanks, man.
Okay, card spend. And we're going to skip this. Guys, we're going to have to read the question a little more carefully. It's like I'm
Yep.
going back to grade 6. Investec. Okay, so there's Investec
Here we
card
go.
spend. Okay, so once we've got that, what's the operation?
So I guess we'll post to Slack
Yeah,
again.
so it's Slack again, eh? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Slack. Post a message. Show advanced options.
Can you copy a step from one flow to another? Because then you could copy the post message from the other one into this one. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's possible. I don't know Power Automate
I
that well.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's interesting. You see over here that the fields have popped up. So we can now, so this was spend to merchant name. So you just click on it to insert it. For an amount of, is there any other field that anyone wants to put in here specifically?
Phone number.
Account number. Yeah, we can come back and put more in just now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
what
that
was the
should be
quest?
good.
Yeah.
Give it a fun name. So we've given it a fun name. Set
And
up the automated flow.
Russell,
Sorry.
maybe just
Yes.
check the channel that we're posting it to the correct channel.
Oh, shoot, yes. I don't have the
Yeah.
channel in at all here. Thanks, Ernst. And again, we must take that hashtag out. No, and it didn't accept that now.
Same problem we had before.
Oh,
There
okay,
we
so you
go.
got to click on that enter custom
Perfect.
value and take the hashtag out.
Yeah.
Okay. Are
Can
we
we add
missing anything else?
Can you add a money emoji as the icon?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Wait, no, that's on the URL.
Sorry, what about, oh, icon
But you're
URL.
currently adding it on the icon
Oh,
URL.
I see. Sorry.
Ah,
All right.
perfect.
Ready to test?
Is there anything we need to configure in that card spend component?
So we're going to need to spend something.
Yeah, because there's a list of some charities, or like, do you
Yeah,
want me to just select anything? Or do you
yeah,
guys have a
select
preference?
anyone.
Yeah. Do you guys have preference? Do you like dogs or people? Or
Dogs. Dogs.
Everyone likes
Okay.
dogs.
Definitely dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, so not people. Okay, cool.
African Tales is a good one.
Okay, got it. Let me do that now. And I'm gonna say that. And donation is from Team 4, well done, guys. Gonna put it through now. Just
Okay.
making sure I got the right card. Yeah, got the right card. Cool. Okay, paying through now.
Just yeah, I'm wondering because I've still got a sort of, it still seems to be thinking on my side. Does that mean it's there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, nice.
Nice. Good job, guys.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Well done.
So when I executed the test, it was just sitting there waiting for that trigger. And then when you made the payment, that was the trigger. And now it regards the test as having been complete because now it's telling me your flow ran successfully.
Well, actually, because the flow is on, it's not off. So the flow is automatically running. So there wasn't a manual
Oh.
trigger. So the manual trigger was when
Yes.
you ran a test, but there wasn't any manual trigger now. So what that card spend is doing is monitoring my card,
Okay.
essentially.
Continually now.
Yeah,
Okay.
continuously.
All
So
right.
what we'll do later
Okay.
on is switch it off later, but yeah.
Yes. Yes. I understand.
So you can
Okay.
play around with that a bit more if you want to play around and see what, and kind of see what else you want to do there. Or otherwise,
Yeah.
if you want, guys, we can take a bit of a break and we can play around with Dali a little bit as a bit of a brain break if you want, because you've done such a phenomenal work so far. Because you guys look like you've done that. So do you guys want to play around with
Nice.
Dali quickly? Okay.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
I just want to see,
that-
is there anything that we're missing from this that we still needed to do? Flow is connected to the same bank account as everyone. It triggers whenever the cards are used. So ours will also trigger if somebody else spends
Yes. Oh, yeah.
the
Yes.
money. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting to
Ah.
see.
But you can actually add in a thing. What would you have to
Card.
do? Yeah.
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 For a specific card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conditions steps so that the Slack message only sent when your specific card is used.
Cards
Okay.
are used to.
Okay, so we need to put that condition in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see we in our inventory we have the card number. I think this is our card number.
Correct,
So
yes.
that's the one we can use, I guess,
Yeah,
to
so
filter
we've got
out.
the card number now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we insert a condition over here? Or is it something over here? No.
Let's maybe check if
feels-
there's a
Step
a
we
new
can
step
add.
for an action to check the card type or the
Okay.
card number.
Yes, you've got it. So we want invest deck.
Get cards.
Um,
Possibly.
So get cards gets a list of all the cards that are available. It's probably get transactions.
Do we need to get any of like the transactions or that? Like when the automatic flow is triggered, don't we really have the card number as one of those variables that come through?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes.
So I guess now we
but-
just have to.
But I don't think you can put a condition inside this action because
so-
that just gives you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I suspect we need to put some check in before the post message. So
Yeah.
my
Yes.
Yeah, I think
So here's it says account ID. I don't know if this is,
It's an account number.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if account,
yeah, account number.
maybe check under expressions. So I'm working on a laptop, so I have to continuously move screens around to see.
yeah,
So contains, and then we can do a contains on the value for
Okay.
account.
uh,
Or card ID? Do we have Nick's card ID?
You have the card in your
We're
in
trying
your bag of
to-
tricks here. You got-
Yes, the card.
Okay. All right.
Is there a
so
card
let's
number there available?
we'll just look at our inventory quick.
All right.
Display.
Oh. Sorry. Oh. Okay, so we don't have the full numbers. We're going to have to work around that. Um, so I'm not too sure how we would work with this expression, but presumably the others.
I think
Go ahead.
I think there's a like an actual condition step you can add, like a step
Okay. Yeah.
on the as part of the flow you can add a condition, and as the value we can then use the card ID and then match it with the one that we have in
Yeah.
our inventory, and then if
Yeah.
it matches, just post a message, and if not, we could just leave that empty, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, get transactions. So are we saying
Oh, no, I don't think we need the get transactions
okay?
step.
What would we put in here if we don't action?
So you can have a condition. You said first on the action.
Condition. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
value we need will be the card number then.
Okay. Yes.
Or card display in this case, because
Card-
that's what we have.
Card display. Is card display not card ID, eh?
Nah, it's not the same.
Okay.
That's the one you have
So
in our
it's
inventory.
probably the last 4 digits that we need to use because we don't have the full number over here. But I doubt that. So I think if we just say it contains 5021, it'll probably work.
Yeah, I think that should
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. So let's add that condition. Oh,
Yeah, and then I guess you can just drag the post message.
yes.
I guess we don't
If
need,
yes.
we don't
Okay,
need
so
the
this
get
I can
transaction
delete, eh?
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And then
Mm.
this goes to yeah.
Dragged under that branch. Are you able to? Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
there we go.
Yes, there we go. You drag it into it, not under it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So do we just say, do we need to do anything under this node, do you think? I think, do we just leave it?
No, I guess we can just leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if a condition fails, it's just not going to do anything. Which
Yeah.
is perfect.
Okay.
Should I?
So you
Do
see
it
over
again?
here, here's proof. We did no human charities, but our bot posted this
Yeah.
message for someone else. Now we don't want it to do that anymore. It must now only do it for our account.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Are you going to give me
Yeah,
another
if
try
you can
now?
do another one.
yeah, I'm gonna do another one now. Team 4. Yeah, cool. Pay again. Connecting.
This is a very exciting wait.
Yeah. This has been quite enjoyable. It's nice
Success.
working with a whole lot of heads thinking.
Payment went through, but it's
Okay.
not showing up. Our amount was full 20.
Did we
was our
save
amount.
it?
My side showing we
Yes, we
spent
did
one.
save. Definitely
Okay.
saved.
Cool.
I didn't run the test, but I don't know that we need to.
Can run another test to see.
Hang on, here we go, here we go, here we go. So it's failed.
Okay.
Let's see what happened. Failed at the condition.
The template language function contains expect parameters of matching types, dictionary, and a key.
So you
Something's
might
wrong.
need to put. You need to put it in single quotes probably because it picked it up as a number instead of a string.
Okay. Wonder how one tells what the type of each is.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, so I don't think we need to do anything else. I think once I've hit the save button, I think that it's basically good to go.
Should be, yeah.
Okay,
Try again.
if you want to try again, yeah.
It's 420 to the African. Ooh, let me change it again. Busy with it now.
Okay,
Thing. Success. Nope.
okay, let's go back. Yeah, still not working. So let's go back to see what it is over here.
Hmm.
Oh, it says succeeded.
It succeeded.
Okay, so that was maybe other people's payments that came through. And
And it went through the no.
it went through the no condition, but by now it should have come up with.
I donated R5 to the
Okay,
dodgy, the Africa, or Tails one.
okay.
Didn't go through there.
Let's see what type of detail we can get in the log.
So
False. Expression results show raw inputs. So let's see what it came up with. So this is quite, condition. Okay, so there's something wrong with our condition.
So we've tried the short version. We've tried adding in quotes. Is there another way
Yeah.
that we can put it in? Maybe.
Maybe
Okay,
try
let's-
an exact match. Put the whole thing in there.
Yeah,
but we-
is equal to.
So maybe there's a like, something similar to, because we don't have the full card number unless we do a message
I
that
think
gives us the card number.
But it's the
I
same
think the
field.
card
They're-
display comes through as like with containing like those X's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
does
the
it?
card display.
Oh, okay. So maybe what we should do is just send a message and see what the card display comes through as. But if you say that it comes with the X's, then maybe we must just put that in. And do we put it? Then we must obviously put it in with single quotes.
Hmm.
We could try it. Because it seemed to,
Yeah, it certainly likes it more than what it did the first time we did it.
unless it picks up the fact that there are X's now in there, it might pick up that it is a string.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
maybe try it
Maybe to, like-
without the single quotes first and see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe Power Automate smart enough to pick
Yeah,
up the
detect.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, then we must just do a message to ourselves with the card display to see exactly how it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick,
Gonna-
another one. I think do 1 rands, otherwise we're going to exhaust your account.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not Taman, it's Investex. It's
Okay.
Nice.
Aye.
Okay.
There we go.
You come through. Oh, perfect.
Okay. So now theoretically we just need to wait for somebody else to spend some money, and then once they've spent the money and it doesn't message, then we know that this is working. But I think we know this is I think we know that this is working because it went down this path, so it must have evaluated that. So presumably the others are not going to have card display that comes up like that.
Yeah.
I wonder why it wouldn't allow us to say it contains 5021. Because to me, that would be valid.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd.
Maybe it's just a weird type mismatch with the card display possibly being a string and it trying to search 5021 as a number.
Yeah. But then we, like Ernst said, have we lost Ernst? Oh, no, he is still
No,
there.
still here.
I'm still here,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't see you on the list yet. But that's why maybe it uses double quotes and not single quotes.
Could be.
Yeah.
I see another spend came through on the Slack from another team. So I think now we definitely know that ours
Okay.
doesn't kick off.
Yeah. Shall we try that? Shall we try double quotes?
Yeah.
It's just so we can get a little bit of a learning here. Nick, could you spend again? Okay, so ours didn't trigger for that, but it may not have triggered at all. Let's go back over here to see the. Oh,
I see
there we
one
go.
came through. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, okay, it came through.
Nice. So it is double quotes.
Nick, you're on mute. Um,
Oh, sorry, guys. It seems as if it might have triggered Moneybags, Dan, who also. So I think Dan's team are battling with the filters. So I think
okay,
one's
all right.
triggered.
So yeah, our one is triggered. So the answer there then Ernst is you were right, but it's just not the single quotes. It's looking for double quotes to indicate text or string.
Ah, okay.
All right. So there's an interesting learning over there. So yeah. And it's interesting because when we put the 5, so it's exactly what you were saying, and when we put the 5021 in, it was just Power Automate was saying, I'm now looking for a number, and then it couldn't find it in a number. But then when we put it in with the X's, it was able to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it does kind of figure out what the type is based on
Yes.
what's in the
Yes,
field.
there is some intelligence there, obviously. But at least now we've learned when we do want to specify that we just need to use double quotes, because then our very first attempt would have worked if we had just used the double quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to know.
It'd be great if they show you the type, like while you are building the flow, so
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
finding out on the fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Yeah, if there
Microsoft.
was some way to pick the type
Yeah.
and you could specify directly.
Oh, yeah, it probably is.
Do you guys want to
Yeah.
do you want to play around a bit more on this, or you want to play around with some Dolly? Because we've got some time, we've got about 10 minutes or so. So don't know if you
Okay.
there is a second quest there, but I don't know if we're going to get to it in 10 minutes. It might be a little bit too long.
How does
Can
the
you have a
team
look at
feel?
what it is?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at what it is. I agree.
I think it's just go back.
Quest 2. Oh, yeah, we got to go.
Let's go back. Oh, one
Oh,
more.
yes, sorry. Yes, yes, yes. One more. Oh. Um,
Team Nick, let me just post the
quests.
no, yeah, let me just post this. Yeah. Again.
So this is. Oh,
For the what's that?
okay. Card spend accounting system with Google Sheets. Okay, that's quite ambitious for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing, because that's why I said, hey, look, you
Yeah.
can come back to this if you want,
Yeah.
or otherwise we can play around a little bit with other stuff if you want, or you can play around some more with this and zhuzh up your messaging and all sorts of things. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah, I'm not
building
sure
a
if we'll get
full,
this down in 10 minutes.
yeah,
Hey, challenge accepted.
Let's just take a quick look at it. So we'd set up a Google Sheet, a manually triggered instant Cloudflow that gets a row from the budget sheet and shares it to Slack.
That does
So
sound pretty cool.
that's easy enough. That's easy enough over there. This looks like where it starts getting difficult. It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Start with the quest 1 and then.
Yeah, I think you can knock out quest 1 at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
cool.
All
Let's
right.
take a
So
stab
let's
at
set
it.
up a Google Sheet. So
So on your inventory, I think there's a template that we're going to use.
oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah. I'll just double check and read everything on my side to make sure we're not missing anything.
Here's a list of the charities. No, there's
Oh,
nothing
no, I
over
think that's still
here.
the first inventory.
Oh, okay. So let's go back to this. Oh, there we go. Here it is. You're quite right. Okay. Okay, it's making a copy. Okay.
Right. Guess the next step is
Oh.
building a manually triggered
Manually
instant
triggered.
Cloudflow.
Gets a row from the budget sheet and shares it to Slack. Okay. This thing. Okay. So we come over here. We go to new flow. Instant cloud flow because it's not an automated one.
Yeah.
Budget, manually triggered. And then we want to do a Google Sheets. Google Sheets. Get a row. Get rows. Oh, you see there's a plural and a singular.
Yeah.
So we want get row, hey?
Yeah, you want get row.
Okay. Sign into Google Sheets. Do I need to sign in as anyone else? Allow. Oh no, I am. It is as myself. I've got access to the sheet as myself. Okay.
Yeah, looks like I made a copy to your Google Sheets.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Pick a file. Google Drive, and now hopefully I should have this copy. I can't expand this.
Yeah, it should be the fourth
there we
one
go.
there. Copy of card spend calculator.
Yes. Thank you. It helps to have additional eyes over here. Okay, so we want the budget the budget sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, and we want any row. I don't, is it? I suppose
Not sure what
it's
the row ID will be. Will that be?
yeah. I'm not sure if one starts from here or it starts from there. Let's just put a 3 in and then we'll quickly see how it works. Row ID 3. And then new step. Get row Slack post message into custom value. So you actually need to hit that drop down list and are we putting it to the low code?
Same
Is it-
channel, Nick.
Same channel.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
same.
think it'll be the
Okay.
same.
Okay, cool.
Message text. Okay, so now we want to. Oh, so check at that, eh? So this is the context. So from get row, it's got these two fields. And so here we go. So post from budget sheet.
We've got 2 minutes left.
Okay. And then we put in that. And then a budget value.
Just maybe add from team 4 at the end.
Add what at the end?
Just
Oh.
from team 4 in the text
Okay.
message, then we know it's ours.
Roger that, roger that. Okay, it ran the flow. I didn't see anything come through though. Yeah, the flow failed. Wasn't able to get that row.
Row with key 3 not found.
Row ID.
Yeah, not too
Okay.
sure what the row ID is supposed
So
to
maybe
be.
Okay. Yeah. 3. Yeah, this certainly can't.
I think we're about to get kicked out of the session now.
Okay.
Unless the row ID is the word of the row, maybe,
Hmm.
and not an ID. So let's
Total.
try total.
Oops. Okay.
So double quotes total, just so we make sure it's a word. It picks it up as a
Okay.
string.
Okay, roger that.
Takes me back to former days.
Hey,
Hey, cool. Yeah. Oh, Devin, I think
I'm
you're right.
saying, yes,
That time threw us off.
we
Yeah.
were not done and we were rudely interrupted and kicked out of
No.
our room. How
Our
dare
team was
you?
so close as well.
oh,
We needed
awesome.
like another 120 seconds.
Oh no, it's so close.
Cool. Guys, thanks. I hope you all guys had fun. I'm sure, I think in my group, the guys were so busy on like the second quest, the guys were really excited on that. So it was really cool to see guys just really getting involved in it. So thank you very much for that. Dan, want to walk us through reflections?
Just yeah, thanks, dudes. That was fun. Just a quick like round the room on how that went for you. So if you want to share any of these things, like what was an aha moment that you had, or something that you learned, something that was hard, something you're wondering, any of those things. So just sort of an open floor about how it went. Should I nominate someone, or how do we do this?
No, I can go first. I think
Cool.
that was lots of fun. I think I've been looking to do a lot of automations on my account. I actually have been trying to do a few things, and I think Power Automate just added itself as a candidate in my toolbox. I think it was really, really easy to do the stuff, so it was really cool.
Yeah, I had great fun. It's actually quite simple and intuitive. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Karina, what was the hard part?
The hard part was trying to figure out how to remain calm when people are looking over your shoulder and you driving for them. Honestly, because nerves +2. If there's any D&D players in here, you'll know what the +2 means. Other people don't get it.
Hilarious.
Our team struggled a little bit with the channel. We were trying to join the channel, and yeah, but once we found the custom, we sorted that out quickly. And then we were trying to get the card with just the last 4 digits, and we tried a few different permutations, and then realized that you have to have double quotes if you want to do that, and not single quotes, and you can't leave the quotes out because then it thinks it's a number and it gets confused with the type. So we were just thinking, if we had better access to what the types were, if it showed up, as your card ID and it is of type string,
Yes.
for instance, that would have helped us. We wouldn't have spent that time. But we worked through it as a team very quickly.
Nice.
Yeah, to be honest, that's also something we struggled with, the integer versus string.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my
Same
side,
here.
that was quite epic, actually. I went a bit rogue, but I was amazed at how quickly I could get to the point I got to. And generally, when I've used Power Apps a while back, it just felt immature and so on. And using Power Automate now feels like it's far more refined. And yeah, I must say, like, I got to round trip, receive, trained it to understand an invoice, to listen for that invoice in the inbox as soon as it arrives. It then parses it out and replies with information that it's parsed out of the invoice, which is halfway through to the solution I want to build. And so I'm quite shocked that I could get so far so quickly. The hard part was trying to keep up with what you guys were doing, because this kind of required 110% of my attention. So I didn't quite, unfortunately, get to experience the progress you guys made.
In case you guys missed it, Andreas actually trained an AI model with a bunch of receipts, and it detected data from his like email receipts in like under an hour, which is mind-blowing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'd love to see that. Yeah. Very cool.
Was that spending also on offers ends cards?
I will double check.
I think he bought us all mics.
I saw a transaction come through for 4.20, and I thought that's not a coincidence. Somebody did that.
Yeah, sorry.
4.20. Ah!
Yeah, cool.
Any other thoughts to share on how it went? Cool. Should we go to the next slide, Nick? The second one. Yeah, that one. So just a bit of an like open question here. Like the cool thing about these tools is that you like don't need a front end to like build apps and stuff. You can use services that don't have front ends or like web UIs. So just a question here is like, can you think of anything you'd want to connect, or like maybe build a connector for? Yeah, just like that, I guess. Sorry, a very badly worded question, but if you could
My
plug in-
amortization schedule for my home loan.
Interesting. Tell us more.
I would love to, because I run an amort schedule on a spreadsheet, and I would really like to plug that into the bank so that when payments occur in my bond, it automatically updates my spreadsheet. That's the hope. I'd love to do that. Then I don't have to generate a new amort every time I make an additional payment.
Nice. That sounds really useful.
And are there any other sort of services that are a bit strange that you'd love to connect? Is there anything like kind of weird that you kind of wish were kind of connected up with the service? Like, for example, like looking at the weather and then checking the movie tickets and allowing you to only purchase movie tickets when it's raining or something. Is there anything like silly like that? Or
I want to connect up. I want a DALI connector so I can like look at my bank statement and then make art based on whether my bank balance is positive or negative.
It's very cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. And then add another step to just post it to Twitter.
Nice.
Actually, speaking of that, it would be nice to have a connected to post to Twitter when I run out of money and when I get paid. You know, celebration and sad emojis.
Possibly when you run out of money, you can link it up to just auto-generate a GoFundMe page for friends and
That's an
family,
idea.
you know?
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
And when
Dan,
you get paid, sends out calendar invites to your friends.
Dan,
Michael.
since you mentioned Dolly,
Yeah.
have you heard of Midjourney?
Yes.
Yes.
Jamira's played with it a bit more than I have. I'm
It's
sure
pretty
more.
impressive as well.
I love the configurability of it. Like it's there's so many parameters that you can add to that thing. Yeah, very, very cool. Have you?
I digged it but the thing is that I tried to get it to do a zebra and it just couldn't do zebra for the life of it. It just couldn't figure out how to do a zebra. I got like reams of just badly done zebras. So
Interesting.
Ernst, if you want some zebras, I've got some zebras for you.
Cool. Yeah, if you think of any other cool things you want to connect in, let us know. Also, like, it blew my mind how easy it was to build a connector on top of an open API. So very keen to share more knowledge with everyone about how to do that, because I think the ability to build your own services and then just plug it into these ecosystems is super powerful.
Cool. Does anything else, guys? We would really love to get your feedback on how you felt about tonight. Was it cool? Was it not so cool? I hope it was really cool. I think it was really cool. But if there's anything around there, I'm going to post a little feedback form. If you guys can fill it in, it's a little more detailed than our usual one, because we really want to see if we can build these out a little bit more, if we can make them more funner, and just have a bit more range around these types of meetups. We would really love your feedback around there. And I'll pick super randomly, again, a super random winner for some swag. So feel free to just pop in your details there. I'd really love to get it. Cool. Guys, our next meetup is on the 29th of September. So watch out for details around there. But again, to everyone, to Dan for putting this all together and working so very hard around these sorts of whole engaging kind of sessions, for Jamiro for jumping in at the very last second again, but you saved us, and for all of you guys who attended, who made the time to come and to meet some people. I really hope you had a bit of fun, you enjoyed yourself, and yeah, and if you want to stick, if you want to stay a bit longer, we'll play around with some more. Dan's really keen to talk about AI a bit more, but from the formal edition, I think that's a wrap, guys. Thank you very much for your time, and I don't want to keep you any later than what is needed. Thank you.
Cool, guys. Thank you very much. That was great.
Cheers.
I don't know if
Thanks,
I'm
everyone.
I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about AI anymore. I think Andreas should be the one talking about it based on what he built.
Yeah.
Guys, I'd love to show it. I'm just a little bit under time pressure. That's the only thing now.
Okay.
Should I create a Loom video or something like that? What do you think?
Yeah, the Loom video is great. Yeah, we'd love to see a Loom video if you have the time for that.
Yeah,
would be awesome. Thanks, man.
okay, let me try give that a shot, and then I'll share it. Yeah, you guys can pass it on. Okay.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, man.
Completely
Appreciate it.
unrelated question. Andreas, where did you get that R2D2?
I was wondering the same thing because it looks hand-carved.
Well spotted, actually. Wow, my son will be chuffed because it's one of those wooden things that you glue together and build, and he made it. But we kind of forced him to, because he spends way too much time gaming and stuff. And we're like, when he was young, he used to do Lego. He's 17 now, and we're like, like we kill his screen time for a while, and then he was kind of forced to do that. So he built it. My wife got it from somewhere. I don't know where she bought it from, but yeah. So he put it together. But well spotted.
No, it's these glasses.
You can see it in 3D. Hey.
I was looking at it as well, and it actually looked like it was hand carved.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even realize you could see it from the camera, but yeah, that's cool.
We sleep at night, not on the job.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, clearly.
Why not both?
Yeah. Cool, guys.
Cool. Karina, you said you needed 2 more minutes. What was it? What was the 2 more minutes for?
I can't remember. Honestly, no. Honestly, what happened is we got our message through Hey Big Spender saying spending buckaroos at, and then there we inserted the dynamic selector for the merchant name, but we think in the end the @ screwed up the dynamic field. That's the suspicion.
Is that the trigger outputs body / merchant name thing that I'm seeing? Yeah. Right.
Checking.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just couldn't quite get our message right, but the payment went through. We got the notification. We just couldn't put the merchant name in. Yeah, in the notification, which we tried.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've
Mm.
never seen that output before, so it must be something weird going on.
Yeah, we weren't sure, but anyway, yeah, we will have solved it. I'm certain. With Devon and Jamiro and Davina, you know, they are the smart ones. I'm just the pretty one. Sorry, guys.
True.
Oh my word. Okay. I think it's time for me to go. The crazy female. Can we please get more females in this group? Because I always feel like I'm the only one, or perhaps I'm just the only one with a voice. Yeah, it's lonely out here, guys.
Working on it. Because invite friends, Karina, you're more than, you know, I'll keep spaces open for your friends, please. And there's been a number of really great women who have joined the Programmable Banking community, but they're just naturally just silent, which is.
Yes, and I think, honestly speaking, as a female, I think we are very often fearful to speak up. I do not suffer that condition.
No, which is great. Yeah, which is great. So show them the way and tell them that we are okay. Dan's looking a bit dodgy, but he's okay. Just tell him you'll keep him in the corner.
We'll lock him up in a cage.
Yeah. Just take all those losses. Yeah.
And don't worry about Russell. He always looks like he's working and focusing super hard, because that's what Russell does. That's just how he rolls.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I actually do have some female devs that I would like to invite, but they're not with Investec, so I wasn't certain.
No, it's perfectly fine. We're opening up the community a little bit more. If they're cool devs, if they're great people to have, and they're thinkers and they're builders, because like you, then essentially we would love to have them part of the community. They don't need to be Investec sort of for clients. It makes it more easier, but I can give them whole access to community accounts. If they want to play around with the APIs, I can give them stuff that enables them to do it.
Do they have to be in South Africa?
No, the time zones aren't a problem.
No, Germany's fine. You know,
yeah. Middle Earth is all cool.
We're mostly, yes, that may take a bit of a strong fiber, but we can give it a shot.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we will send some satellites or something to help them out. But you can, on our community wiki, there's a link to the application form, but I'll just post the application form also, where they can put it in. And yeah, they can take a look there. They can just sign up, and I'll send them all the deets.
Great stuff. Thanks so much, guys. I am off.
Before you go, one last thing. The very first thing I did when we got Dali, I was talking to Wayne from Investec, was, do you remember Picky, the dog?
Oh, Picky! I love Picky, the pyromaniac dog.
Let me turn.
Wow, now the filter's messing with your screen. Picky, the pyromaniac.
One of the very first pictures we made was Picky.
Oh, yes, Picky was so much fun. Oh, yes. We saw, Nick, we need a t-shirt with that on. We need an Office community t-shirt with Picky. I want a Picky shirt.
Okay.
That was really fun. Picky the pyromaniac. Who can forget such an awesome creature?
Oh, Wayne still talking about it. Wayne still mentions it. We're sitting in meetings and Wayne still mentions that Picky the pyromaniac dog. You're like, dude, what?
Oh my word, that was really fun. Thanks for sharing that with me. It just made me very happy. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so ciao guys. Have a lovely evening.
Okay. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers. Thank you, Russell. Thanks, man.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nick, I got that to work.
Awesome.
So I just posted in the chat over there what we had done wrong.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Thanks, man.
What was
Oh,
it?
that low code chat, just so that the guys know, because we were very close to it.
yeah, you were very
Variable
close.
type stuff, or
It was quotes again. You know, we just didn't understand when we were trying to specify the row ID. We weren't familiar with that requirement in the Google Sheets. I now see it, the Power Apps ID that specifies the ID. So we didn't understand that concept, but I did a quick Google on it and I now understand it. But we try to put the word in quotes as a text, as a string, and it rejected that. So you need to put it in as is, and then it will accept it and identify the row.
nice. I had that problem.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was the fix. I had that problem with the card ID because it's meant to be an integer or something. I've played around for ages.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we
really-
also struggled a little bit with that aspect. Cool, guys. That was really beneficial for me. I really enjoyed that. Thanks very much.
awesome.
Cool. Thanks, Russell.
Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
Deb.
Cool, thanks, guys. Yeah. Sorry,
Cool.
I'm dealing with like a bad release of some apps and whatnot. So trying to sort all of that out in the background. Yeah.
Well,
No
yeah, well,
worries.
I hope
Yeah.
the sweater hoodie there is keeping you nice and warm and safe during your release.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing that drives me mad with this hoodie is
Yeah.
these things are too long.
Yeah,
Like if you eat food, like soup or whatever it is, these things go everywhere. Like you have to like land up like chucking them behind or whatever. I had one idea for a hoodie like way back because I fly drones, you know, like the racing drones.
Yeah.
And I wanted, you know, ones that were like fixed here, but instead of having a lanyard for your remote, you had these, you know, with just 2 clips, and you just clip them onto your remote. So like you had a built-in lanyard. So usually it just goes around your neck like a normal lanyard and goes down, and you clip it onto the radio. But you, like if you had little clips on these, and then you could just put it in your radio, and it was like a specific design just for guys who do the FPV. But I never got around to doing it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure if you put the design out, I'm sure someone has a 3D printer. And they can just like, I'll 3D print this.
I've got a 3D printer and sitting in the garage and a CNC. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Way too much hobbies.
Nonsense.
Why are you struggling with deploys?
So long story short, we have a C++ developer that was on our team, sort of part-time. He didn't change stuff in time for the Monero hard fork, and we basically, our wallet like went down. And I then had to find a new C++ developer as well, like, you know, sort of trawling through this code myself to try and get it all working. And we're like right at the end of sorting it out. But, you know, in true fashion of these things, like our SSL signing certificate for Windows expired yesterday. And
and no one's keeping track. Okay.
I've been keeping track, but like, so we have a DUNS number, but the details are not they're not updated. And TransUnion, they give you like one random email, you must email them to update it, so they don't respond. So we can't update that. And DigiCerts finally, I mean, I've been using the same details for the last 2 years and they've been happy with it. This year they're not. So like, I need to get those updated before I can get the STAM SSL certificate. And then on the other side, Apple updated some of their API on a system. And so when we've released the Apple, the iOS app, we, for some reason, we're no longer able to like store files. It's like basically rejecting the saving of files on the device. Same code as last month, but now it's no longer valid. So yeah, it's, you know, it's like lots of little niggles because we deployed to eight platforms, and there's only like now 3 developers. It used to just be the 2 of us. So it gets quite intense to do all the platforms and update everything. So yeah, it's that, and then the Monero community is all up in arms. Some of them are being petty. It is what it is. Yeah, so it's been a fun 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
bad things happened at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And so I'm in the middle of it, and like my other developers in this new C++ developers in the US, in North Carolina. So, you know, comes on in afternoon, and then probably help her until she like clocks off at midnight. So yeah, be another late night.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. So hopefully after this is done, then I'll be a bit more yeah, lively. I'm keen to check out you know, the Power BI stuff. Looked really cool. Yeah, it's very much the same as like their Azure platform connectors, which can be a mess. I helped somebody out with their app earlier this year, like the first time I'd ever used Azure, and yeah, the interface is exactly the same, the connectors, the whole thing. So yeah, a little familiar on it, but yeah, I'm keen to check it out.
Andreas was actually saying that there's one level below it as well, where it sort of drops into like half code, which is quite interesting in the logic app side. So I'm going to explore that a bit as well.
You can even edit your connectors, like, so you can literally go in there, you know, like, and then just edit. So when I learned about that, and that's probably Larry's talking about, is the people that brought me another app that was done on the Azure platform, they'd edited and made custom SQL connectors. So instead of sorting out like some issues with them overloading their SQL servers, they just added more connectors and then like randomized inside the connector which connection it used. And so I had to go through there because it then breaks on the interface. And then when you go to the connector, it's just like this connector does, you know, like I can't remember the message, but basically like this is balked. You can't see any of the details. You have to click on it and then say like show, there's like YAML or whatever behind all of the connectors. And then you have to go in there and like actually edit it from there. So yeah, I spend quite a bit of time trying to fix other people's mess. So yeah, it's
easy to make a mess when it's just drag and drop, I guess. Dude, I saw some templates. You should check out their templates file. There are some that are like a 400-step template that they have that like basically runs an entire business. You can just like click like start my business from Power Automate, and it like it's insane.
That's crazy. It just it can get quite costly. If I don't know how Power BI works in terms of costs, but I know like Azure, just, you know, you make a couple of wrong you know, decisions, and especially with that drag and drop, it's very quick to you know, have those sort of N+1 problems.
Yeah,
where like this other app that I was helping with, they basically each time they moved down a level in their conditions, instead of using variables, they were doing the SQL queries again. So then it was just looping and doing SQL, you know, queries on each. And obviously Microsoft's interface doesn't really like, you know, warn you like, hey, listen, you're going to try and transcode, you know, 40,000 rows one by one with SQL queries, instead of going and fetching the, you know, the data set and then passing it to the, you know, to a loop. So yeah, I think for, you know, for beginners and the average person, if they haven't never really programmed much, can, you know, quickly make a mess of it. But
yeah, you almost need like a big O notation explorer or something for your function, for your flow.
Yeah, I mean, as well as like some of these connectors, maybe if they had like a little bit more advanced or, you know, a little bit more intelligence as to like, you know, if you dropped it into a for each loop and it was like, hey, you know, you're not, this would be better served if you moved it out and passed the values in, or whatever it was, like, I mean, but I guess this is, when you're playing in this area of low code, yeah, it's like you're abstracting all the tools and you're already making it quite simple. If one doesn't know, like the basic sort of logical thinking, you can end up using a lot of resources for no reason.
I think Bongani's asking you a question, Devin, in the chat. He says, I have a similar problem with my SQL database being full. What connectors can I use?
Is that like, Bongani, is that, are you talking like Azure when, is the server like at max capacity in terms of read writes, or was it, because like the particular issue that I had was, they were doing these queries in the loops, and they were then using their database server at 100% utilization, and it was starting to, then obviously the queries were rolling over each other. So at any given time, it was just set at 100% capacity, and they were paying the costs for that. But yeah, I don't know if that. Can always give me a shout on Slack if it's particularly around those issues. I can see if I can help you.
Yeah, Devin's more than happy to help. This is always great with that. Cool.
And
just dropped.
But yeah, thanks for the meetup. When's the next hackathon?
Yes. Yeah, as soon as I'm exhausted at the moment. So yeah, I think the next quarter we'll have one. I think in another month or two we'll have one. Any ideas that you want to work on next? Any big sort of projects that you'd like?
I need to give it a little bit of thought. I need to
Look,
try and think.
If there's anything that you really want, hey, can we do a hackathon on this or something? And Bongani also, if there's something that you really think that you want to work on, or a project that you think is really big that we can kind of work together on, then yeah. And it doesn't need to be a whole hackathon. I can throw money at any problem. So maybe a little mob code collective problem. Saying if we pick like a problem to solve, or a big issue to solve for, and say, let's help or charity, figure out their financing, and how do we make it all low code and all easy for all charity to do their financing. Maybe that's a cool project. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, particularly if there's there's a lot of clubs, like, as I say, like I help out with Toastmasters and stuff, and there's a ton of, I mean, I remember there's about 300 clubs in SA, and they all face the exact same administration in terms of banking and whatever. It's a simple case, but then there's also always, like, I'm helping the South African Radio League at the moment, like, automate one of their systems, and then now they also they want to plug into Sage and take payments and whatever, but again, automate, automated receipt of payments. A lot of old people still want to do their, direct deposits and whatnot. So I think, it's not one of those that will make, banks and a lot of people money, but I think it's definitely, clubs are underserved heavily in terms of that. But yeah, I'll give it some more thought as to what else you can automate and
just kind of work through, because again, hey, look, remember that this is your guys' space, this is your community. We just have to make sure that you guys are having fun, that you're doing something really cool, and so there's something that you really think you could be doing.
I think the one that I would actually be really interested in trying to replicate is, I just want to see if I got the name right here. Yeah, privacy.com.
Okay.
So you need to be in the US for it. But what happens there is that, like, you can create virtual cards, but you tell it, hey, listen, you know, I think their interface is quite automated, but when you go to like Netflix and you want to pay for something,
Yeah.
you say that, you know, I want to spend it on this website, and, you know, it generates a card number for you, and you set like the boundaries of what it can charge you. And so if at any point it goes outside of the bounds, it rejects the payment. And so if your card details are stolen, the likelihood is that they would have to charge you exactly the same rate as what you're getting, you know, like where you're paying for your Netflix, or it would reject. So my boss, who's a US citizen, he's also got that, and a few other services. But yeah, in that, his card was cloned while we were sort of sitting somewhere, and he wasn't particularly using this service. And yeah, so he like started just moving everything over to this, you know. And so you know exactly which subscriptions are using what, which I think is a great use case to stop you know, card fraud.
Cool. Yeah, you can actually do a whole project around this.
Yeah, so I mean, this is something that could actually work with the API as it is once the you know, think, well, because you can generate cards yet, can you? Can't remember. I haven't looked for a while.
No, they're virtual cards. They're just working on virtual cards. So they're hoping in the end of this quarter 4, to have virtual cards up and running. So they've just done with the payments, and payments have passed the pen testing. So it's now just legal that needs to just wrap up this, because they're sad, and then you'll have for payments and beneficiary payments. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Then, I mean, when that comes, you know, this is something that I want to build.
Awesome.
Yeah. I on another note, I did send Wayne an email yesterday, but I know that they're busy, so I just wanted to say that I had followed up with him.
Awesome. Are you